if you've not gotten, did you see what just happened? That is so freaking funny. Like, I pointed this to the Z Fold8 Ultra, but it's actually the Z Fold7. Like, that's how close it is in the hand that I actually did not know or feel that I'm using the wrong phone. It just feels like I'm using like the same phone, right? If you're struggling to tell which one is the Z Fold7 and which one is the Z Fold8 Ultra, you're not alone. So let's talk about it. Okay, so spoilers, this one is the Z Fold7, the blue one here. This is mine. And this is the Z Fold8 Ultra. For some reason, I thought this was like the Z Fold8 and the other one was the Ultra, but it's this one. This is the Z Fold8 Ultra, and like that's just the colorway right there. But again, as you can immediately tell, there is not a lot of differences when you're actually like holding it and in the hand right here. And of course, there are many claims from Samsung, such as the crease right here, that the crease is a lot less noticeable. And sure, yes, if I actually run my fingers on it, and if we look at it straight on right there, the crease is maybe less prominent, I would say, versus the Z Fold7 right here, where like, you can actually see it in some off angles. And maybe I don't want to like, play favoritism or anything. Like if we actually see this, it's very difficult for you to see this off angle right there, but you can see this one off angle. You can definitely see the crease right here. Using it, I've had this for a year now. I can definitely feel the crease a little bit. It's not as bad as I would have imagined after a whole year, but it's definitely there. And I've heard from Samsung, this one has like some titanium wizardry when it comes to the hinge and everything. So they've like improved it and made it better there versus this one, which is still good. And I still like that here. We still get this very, very thin and very slim profile right here. So it doesn't feel like we've given up a lot there when it just comes to how thin the devices are. But now, unlike, let's say, the Z Fold8, which is now a base level this year and is very radically different. As you can see, this is a new product, right? We've not had something like this before. And this is the Ultra right here. Okay, bear with me, okay? Radical idea, right? Like, I'm actually tilting towards this one versus this one. I know, yes, I know. The Z Fold8 Ultra here has all of the cameras, and now they're like improved cameras and all that. You can read GSM Arena if you want to spec sheet. And this one has like just 2 cameras. And, my rational mind is telling me that I should go for the Ultra. I mean, there's an Ultra in the name after all, right? I don't know, man. This just, there's a secret sauce to it. Do you know what I mean? There's just something about it that it speaks to me, right? And I would say, honestly, there's not a lot of differences there. I'm sure the hinge is better now, but I think in everyday use, One UI is the same as well. You get the same One UI 8 here, which you can't change the font. If you want to watch my video about it, you can watch that video right about like here or in the comments. But just the regular feel in the hand, it doesn't really feel that much different, I'll be honest. And the edges are still sharp here. There's not a lot difference there. I did hear that they changed the bezel. So the bezel is a lot thinner here versus this one, which was already thin, let's be honest. So it's not like there's a massive change here. Like, I think it's barely perceptible. You can barely see it, but it's there. And, if you're going to spend this amount of money, you definitely want some change, no matter how tiny it is. And battery-wise, you've still got, of course, like a big battery, and I think it's a bit bigger on the Z Fold8 Ultra here versus the Z Fold7, though it's not by much. And the battery life here on the Z Fold7 has actually been pretty great. And I think the more I speak about this new phone right here, the more it actually makes me appreciate the Z Fold7, because I don't look at my Z Fold7 and think there's a lot I need to change. I mean, granted, if I have not bought like a fold device, I would definitely want to get this one because of software, because of like the hinge, new hinge and everything. But just off of how they look alone and how they feel, I'll be honest with you, there's not a lot of changes here. It really, really, like, I think everything is identical on all sides of the phone right here. So there's not a lot of changes that I also see, honestly, when it just comes to how these phones look right here. So if you're thinking about the changes, it really has to be one where you are in the market and you've not picked up a fold, so you're getting this one. But if you have the Z Fold7, I really think you would need to put this under a microscope to be able to actually see which one is which, right? Like which one is better, because I think these are all like really great devices already. I would say, of course, you get the latest Snapdragon and everything, right? And for those who don't know, Snapdragons are actual like plants. So it's not just the Android thingy. Because I was on my friend's social media the other day and he was telling me about how he saw like a Snapdragon plant and he was wondering like, wait, this is like the plant and it's not just an Android thingy. I think I found that like really, really funny, which is why, like, now you know, right? When it comes to the cameras as well, I believe there's been an upgrade here in the camera. Though I would have to say, like, when it came to the camera, that was not always the strong part of the folds. They've been adequate, they've been good enough, but, you know, it just always felt like there was like the last bit of it, right? The last 20% didn't quite feel like it was there. Like, it doesn't feel like my S26 Ultra, for example, right? But if you can see this right now, even looking through the viewfinder, this definitely looks brighter. Doesn't mean that the image is better. And we cannot, you know, take out the phone and transfer photos. But, you know, just looking at the images on screen right now, it definitely feels like this one has a lot more saturation versus this one. And it's literally just like out of the box, right? There's no changes made to this to optimize it or anything. So I definitely look forward to like looking at some of the camera samples to see how it actually performs in the long term. But I hope it's better, because I think that's one thing that has always stood in the way of me using the Z Fold7 as my everything device, is that it just always felt like the camera was almost there, but then it just stumbles at the last possible minute. If you've not already picked up, I think, a fold device, then the Z Fold8 Ultra, as the name implies, is the Ultra phone, right? It's the phone that has all of the new bells and whistles and everything right here, right? Great, right? I would say go with this, right? If, let's say, you have a Z Fold7 and you are wondering, okay, do I get the Z Fold8 Ultra because it's substantially better? I wouldn't agree that it's substantially better. It's better, right? But is it substantially better? I really wouldn't agree that it's substantially better. And even when it comes to like the excitement levels, I would say I'm a lot more excited for this square boy right here, which is the base level Z Fold 8. How is this base level? This feels to me like it should be the Ultra. I've made so many mistakes calling this the Ultra, actually. Like, that's how much it feels to me. And because I actually also like how this feels on the outside, where you can watch videos on the outside screen and all of that, right? Again, if you've not picked up a Fold, get this one, right? If you want to get a Fold, but without donating a kidney, or maybe getting rid of your kidney in other ways, the Z Fold7, I would say, is still a very, very capable device. And if you were on the fence, for example, about the Z Fold 8, which is the base level here, and the Z Fold 8 Ultra, it depends on your taste, right? Like, this one feels a lot more chic. It feels a lot more urban. I would say this even feels like a flip. It doesn't even feel like a fold device to me, actually. I would have preferred maybe if they called this a flip Ultra, but maybe the target market is not going to be paying this for a flip Ultra, right? But this feels a lot more like a flip Ultra versus a baseline Z Fold 8. Let me know, which team are you on, right? Are you on team Z Fold 8 Ultra, like the massive one, the one that is the big bad boy? Or are you going basic? Which, in my opinion, I don't even think is basic. I still have my Z Fold7 right here. I'm doing so much switching, which I still love and I'll still use, because this is such a wonderful device. I found myself using this a whole lot more than I thought it would. And I was originally on team like flip, right? So let me know all of those things in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to text me when you get home, so I know you got home safe. And I've been your captain of awesome. This is Geekception, and take care. Bye. Thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. It's been a crazy week for me, especially with, I think this unpacked, I made like 16 videos, 4 long form and 12 short form. But it's been surprisingly not as bad as I would have imagined it to be. So I'm happy about that. I'm glad you made it here. Please tell me, what are you excited about? What are some of the things that you are happy about right now? And since you made it here, I might as well show you that I have this bad boy right here, which is the Z Fold 8. I'm so excited to make the videos about this device right here. But yes, leave a hashtag Fold8, or let's say hashtag Folded, so I know you made it all the way to the end of the video and you're like a special one, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, bye.